Hi parents and families in room 4. We are going to begin trimester 3 homework. And so I just want to go over it. I know I sent the directions on the first page, but I want to talk about different ways to adjust the homework for your specific child. So the first category is sight word flashcards. I already have a couple students who know all of their trimester 3 sight words, so they know all their sight words for the kindergarten year, and it's only March 15th today. So if that is the case, I sent home first grade sight words. So they can absolutely be trying for their first grade sight words. There are 300 in first grade, so that's quite a lot. Some of them do overlap though, so they already know some. That's the good news. But the even harder skill that they could be doing is, instead of practicing their sight word flashcards, they could be practicing writing their sight words correctly in context. So they should be writing a sentence every single day. The sentence could be as simple as, I have a dog. We'll have as a sight word, I as a sight word. So I have a as a sight word, of course, hopefully they're writing I and a correctly at this point. And then dog is a CVC word, so they should be able to sound that word out and write it phonetically, which in that case is correct because it's a CVC word. So they could write something even more challenging, like I like to go to McDonald's. Well, I like to go to. Those are all sight words. They should be spelled correctly. They should be starting with a capital, ending with a period. And then the word McDonald's is, they need to be spelling it phonetically. So that's what we talked about at parent conferences. So even if it is spelled incorrectly, the hard part is they really want help because it's really hard to spell things. Writing is the most challenging for kindergartners every single year. So believe me, I know teaching writing to 25 kids is quite challenging every day. And I feel so bad because they get frustrated, but they can do it. If they know their letter and letter sounds, they can apply that knowledge. We do it every day. We write multiple times every day in school, so they are used to it. And I tell them, like, well, what are the sounds you hear? Because they'll say, well, I don't know. And I'll say, well, what are the sounds you hear? Well, what letter says M? Okay, what else do you hear? Mick, K, C, or a K. So even if they write MK, that's great because that is writing it phonetically. In first grade, they'll learn more about the rules and they'll learn that it's a C, or just the different spelling patterns, or just the exceptions, the words that are exceptions. So again, they should be writing sight words correctly and sounding out the words they don't know. The next category is writing CVC words. So a CVC word, like I said, should be able to be spelled correctly, like cat, unless they spelled cat with a K, K-A-T, that's acceptable as well. So it's a consonant, vowel, consonant word. So cat, dog, rip, met, bat, any of those words that have a consonant, a vowel, and a consonant. If they are getting those easily, because we have been doing that since September, so they should be able to do it on their own. If they are not doing it on their own and they're needing help, please continue with CVC words. If they are like, oh, C-A-T, B-A-T, I got it, then you can challenge them and start adding bossy E. So like kit, how do you spell kit? K-I-T. Again, if they say C-I-T, totally fine. They'll learn that anytime it's next to an I, it's a K. But again, they'll learn that in first grade. We talk about it a little bit in kindergarten, but that's more of a first grade standard. So let's say they put K-I-T, okay, kit. Now what happens when I add a bossy E? And I always say, okay, let's sound out kit, K-I-T. Again, if they write C right now, totally fine. K-I-T. I add a bossy E. Now that bossy E tells that I say your name. So this is now k-ite, kite. So you could be working with that. If they are doing CVC words easily, you can also be working with blends. Blends are two letters that that blend together to make a sound. So like S-L, like slip. So they can sound out this word. You can either write it and have them read it, or you can say it and have them sound it out. So one is blending and one is segmenting. So blending, they should be doing this. S-O-ip, slip. That's for reading it. So if you show it to them, they should be sounding it out on their arm. If you want them to write it, that's called segmenting, and they would say, so like, let's say you would say, how would I write the word slip? Then they should be using their segmenters, and they should be saying S-L-I-P. And what they're going to want to do is say S-I-P. And then you would say, oh, you're right, but that says sip. And I asked you to say slip, slip. So getting them to see that blend, SL, again, like CR is a blend, BR, broom, any 2 letters, consonants at the beginning of the word. You can do digraphs, which are 2 consonants that make up a new sound. So an example of a consonant would be SH. You don't say SH, says sh, like ship. So this is a blend, this is a digraph. Just an example of how you can extend the homework so that your student is being challenged every night. For the next category, it's practice numbers 1 through 20. They should be not writing backwards letters at this point of the year, so if they're still writing backwards numbers, please practice with that. It's not concerning. A lot of parents are, you know, oh, does my child have dyslexia? It's still normal, but we want to get them out of the pattern of it. So that would be a good thing for that category. Or if they are writing 1 through 20 quite easily, they can even write beyond 20. You can do comparison. So hold up a 7 and a 12. Which one's bigger? Which one's less? Use the vocabulary. 12 is greater than 7. 7 is less than 12. You could do addition and subtraction. 7 plus blank equals 10. They have to figure out that it's 3, or 7 plus 4 to get to 11. They should be able to do addition and subtraction right now, probably up till about, definitely to 10, probably about to like 15. If your child is able to do more than that, great. If they're not, you know, just like if they're really struggling to get to 10, maybe keep the addition and subtraction problems to 5. Again, you adjust, you know your child best. Counting to 100, that one can be done in the car every day, and then reading for 20 minutes. That's your bedtime routine. I hope this helps. Have a wonderful day.